Today our topic is how to apply Stoic principles to modern life. Stoicism is an ancient philosophy, but its ideas are still very useful today. It teaches us how to stay calm, strong, and focused, even when life gets hard. The world today is full of stress, distractions, and challenges, but Stoic principles can help us live better. Stoicism is not about ignoring emotions or being cold. It is about understanding what we can control and what we cannot. It is about finding peace and strength within ourselves, no matter what happens outside. Let's talk about how we can use Stoic ideas in our daily lives. First, Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control. This is one of the most important ideas. In life, many things are outside our control. The weather, other people's opinions, traffic, or even global events are not in our hands. But we can control how we react to these things. We can control our thoughts, our actions, and our attitudes. For example, if someone is rude to you, you cannot control their behavior, but you can control how you respond. You can choose to stay calm and not let their words hurt you. This is a powerful way to live because it frees us from worrying about things we cannot change. Instead, we focus on what we can do, and this gives us strength. Another Stoic principle is to accept what happens. Life is full of surprises, and not all of them are good. Sometimes things go wrong, and we face difficulties. Stoicism teaches us to accept these challenges without complaining. This does not mean we should not try to improve our lives, but it means we should not waste energy fighting against what has already happened. For example, if you lose your job, instead of feeling angry or sad, you can accept it and focus on finding a new one. Acceptance helps us move forward instead of getting stuck in negative emotions. It also helps us see problems as opportunities to grow. Stoicism also teaches us to practice gratitude. In modern life, we often focus on what we lack. We want more money, a better job, or a bigger house. But Stoics remind us to appreciate what we already have. Every day, we can take a moment to think about the good things in our lives. Maybe we have a family that loves us, friends who support us, or even just a comfortable bed to sleep in. Gratitude helps us feel content and happy, even when life is not perfect. It also helps us realize that we already have enough to be happy. Another important Stoic idea is to live in the present moment. Many of us spend too much time thinking about the past or worrying about the future. We regret old mistakes or fear what might happen tomorrow. But Stoicism teaches us to focus on the present because that is where we have power. The past is gone and the future is uncertain, but the present is real. For example, instead of worrying about a meeting at work next week, we can focus on what we are doing right now. This helps us stay calm and productive. It also helps us enjoy life more because we are fully present in each moment. Stoicism also encourages us to prepare for difficulties. This does not mean we should expect the worst all the time, but it means we should be ready for challenges. Life is unpredictable, and sometimes bad things happen. By mentally preparing for these situations, we can face them with courage and calmness. For example, imagine losing something important, like your phone or your wallet. If you have already thought about how you would handle this situation, you will feel less stressed when it happens. This is called premeditation of adversity, and it helps us stay strong in tough times. Another Stoic principle is to focus on virtue. In Stoicism, virtue means being a good person. It means being honest, kind, brave, and wise. These qualities are more important than money, fame, or success. In modern life, we often focus on external achievements, like getting a promotion or buying a new car. But Stoics remind us that true happiness comes from within. It comes from living with integrity and doing the right thing, even when it is hard. For example, if you have a chance to cheat or lie to get ahead, Stoicism teaches you to choose honesty instead. This may not always bring immediate rewards, but it will give you inner peace and self-respect. Stoicism also teaches us to be mindful of our desires. In today's world, we are constantly bombarded with messages telling us to want more. Advertisements, social media, and even our friends may make us feel like we need the latest phone, the trendiest clothes, or the most exotic vacation. But Stoics remind us that these things do not bring lasting happiness. Instead, we should focus on simple, meaningful things. For example, spending time with loved ones, enjoying nature, or learning something new. By reducing our desires, we can feel more satisfied with what we have. Another Stoic idea is to practice self-discipline. In modern life, it is easy to get distracted. We have endless entertainment, social media, and other temptations. But Stoicism teaches us to stay focused on what truly matters. This means setting goals and working towards them, even when it is difficult. For example, if you want to get in shape, you need to exercise regularly, even when you feel lazy. Self-discipline helps us achieve our goals and live with purpose. It also gives us a sense of pride and accomplishment. Stoicism also teaches us to deal with criticism. In today's world, it is easy to feel hurt by negative comments, especially online. But Stoics remind us that we cannot control what others say about us. Instead, we should focus on our own actions and values. If someone criticizes you, ask yourself if their words are true. If they are, you can learn from them. If they are not, you can let them go. This helps us stay confident and not let others bring us down. Finally, Stoicism teaches us to see the bigger picture. Life is short, and we do not have time to waste on small problems or petty arguments. Instead, we should focus on what truly matters. For example, if you have a disagreement with a friend, ask yourself if it will matter in a week, a month, or a year. Often, we realize that our problems are not as big as they seem. This helps us stay calm and keep things in perspective. In conclusion, Stoic principles are very useful in modern life. They help us stay calm, focused, and strong, even when life is challenging. By focusing on what we can control, accepting what happens, practicing gratitude, living in the present, preparing for difficulties, focusing on virtue, reducing our desires, practicing self-discipline, dealing with criticism, and seeing the bigger picture, we can live happier and more meaningful lives. Stoicism is not about avoiding emotions or pretending everything is perfect. It is about facing life with courage, wisdom, and inner peace. By applying these principles, we can handle whatever life throws at us and find true happiness within ourselves.